Hi, I'm Elizabeth Mendenhall, the 2015 First Vice President-elect of the National Association of Realtors. Today, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau unveiled a set of online tools to help consumers learn more about the home purchase and financing process and help real estate professionals get ready for the upcoming changes to the closing process. CFPB Director Richard Cordray joins us here at the NAR offices in Washington for a kickoff of the new online set of tools. The event just wrapped up a few moments ago, and Director Cordray is joining us at the NAR studio to talk a little bit more about the Know Before You Owe initiative. Director Cordray, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Appreciate it.
So what would you like realtors to know about the tools released today, and how can those tools be helpful to realtor clients?
So I think we have some terrific tools that we've tested out with consumers, that they're understandable and accessible for consumers, and they're perfectly available for all real estate professionals around the country to use as part of their process, as part of helping the consumer have more confidence and understanding about the process. And no need to reinvent the wheel on any of this. Feel free to use it. Nothing that we do is copyrighted, and it's meant to be helpful to the process.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. So secondly, realtors are doing their part to get up to speed on the upcoming changes to the closing process. Those changes go into effect on October 3rd, and many still want to know what all this means for them and their business. So what role do you see realtors playing in that transition on October 3rd?
Well, first of all, I think they play the same important role here as they do generally in the home buying process for people, providing people with information, helping people walk through the process and understand the process. Again, part of what we've accomplished here, and it's something Congress had asked for a long time and finally tasked the CFPB with doing it, is taking multiple forms that were out there and streamlining down into simply one form at the application stage and one form at the closing stage, and the two match up very well so people will be able to know whether they're being surprised or something is changing. That should all foster greater trust and confidence by consumers themselves. It can be a fairly intimidating process for people. Sure. It's great to have realtors and others in the market who help them through that, but these tools are designed to be helpful to consumers, helpful to real estate professionals working with the consumer, and helpful ultimately to putting people in homes, the right home for the right price.
Great, thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to add that's important coming to this run-up here on October 3rd?
So I would simply say I know that anytime we invoke change, and Congress required us to make this change, and in the long run it clearly will be helpful to people because it simplifies and streamlines the process. But there's a lot of work people go through to get ready for change. We've heard loud and clear about that. I think we are going to try to be very reasonable about what it means for people to push through this big change. Ultimately, what we want is the same thing you want. We want people to have the chance to buy homes, to participate in the American dream, to do it in a responsible and sustainable way, which is something we didn't see 10 years ago, but we're seeing more and more now. And we see real estate professionals as great partners for us in that process.
Thank you very much. Director Cordray, thank you so much for joining us here today. We certainly appreciate the partnership and the continued communication that we have with the CFPB. We appreciate you coming in here to answer a few questions, and also hope to have you back again sometime soon. So thank you.
Appreciate you hosting us today.